got Trapper of the Year 4 times in a row. A lifetime supply of baking soda clientele. A rolling watch, 2 pots, and 3 scales. He get about 50 in a Hummer. The birds fly down south, drugs for the summer. Yeah. Money, hoes, cars, clothes. Coke prices up and down like 6 folds. It's cause I'm fly like a helicopter. The federal rallies on my tail. Call them bird watchers. Minus the bullshit like race. On a peak on my license plate. What it do? What the business is? Word on the street, teasing on the handle, yeah. Bitch, get your mind right. Bitch, get your mind right.
It's my Bible, bro. I know.
Tell me, bro. What the business is? Word on the street, teasing on the handle, yeah. Bitch, get your mind right. Bitch, get your mind right. It's not a trick question. Young strut, bitch. Hey.
I feel like we ask this question a lot about that album.
That's a top 10 album.
Bro.
That's a classic.
Number 1 for me, bro.
That is
favorite album all time.
like if you had to name your favorite trap album.
It's that.
Is
It's
that?
that. It's that.
That was one of
And
the.
it's good trap albums. You got T.I. trap music,
Fire.
but nah.
Yeah.
Not,
What was T.I.'s second album? Like, that was a good album too. I think
No, it was
T.I. had a good run.
for like a good 5 albums.
Yeah.
Like a good 5.
King is my favorite one from
King, I think King is
my
everybody's favorite.
But my second is probably Urban Legend.
That's the second album.
That's what it was.
That's the second album.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Crazy. That had ASAP on it. It had motivation. It had
Yeah.
some of Manny Fresh's
Thorough.
best beats.
Thorough. It was I'm Serious trap music than Urban Legend. That's what it was.
Well, do we even talk about I'm Serious?
Yeah, because that flopped. It did flop. So you're right.
But I'm glad.
But I get what you're saying.
I'm glad he stuck with it though. I'm
Yeah.
glad he stuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like the direction that he wanted to he was one of the direction that the label wanted him to go as a new artist. Because when hey, let's get away, get a room, that song was hard. That song was hard. I don't care what nobody thinks. When I first heard it, I was like, what?
Man.
I'm like 12.
Type shit.
This shit is hard.
Type shit.
This shit is hard. Let me introduce. I do this all the fucking time. Every time we do this podcast. Bro.
T.I. came out with that Bring 'Em Out.
Oh, that shit was hard.
It made him mainstream.
Yeah.
That was his mainstream song. That brought him up.
You don't
north.
think 24's was? Really?
He was still down south at the time.
Yeah. He had to have a whole different sound. That literally changed.
Yeah.
And that was that era when everybody was using Jay-Z's voice.
Yeah.
That's the era
I'm
when
a hustler,
everybody using that man's voice.
T.I. said he loved that song though.
What,
He
Bring 'Em
loved
Out?
what Switch did with that.
Oh, that's because that beat hard. That beat is crazy. Welcome to the 348 podcast. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Kyra James. I'm sitting here with my boy Chris Deal, and we got Alan for president back on the pod.
Yes, sir.
We missing Wavy. Shout out to that boy though. Shout out to that boy. He
Big
doing
Wavy.
big things.
Big
You know what I mean?
Wavy.
Y'all know what it is when it comes to the city, bro. We try our best to get people in the city that just do.
Thank you. Thank you for real. Thank you.
Got Kiana in here. She looked famished.
She hungry.
You hungry? Go in the kitchen.
No, I'm not hungry. Just do your shit.
Don't about me. I don't know where my girlfriend at. They should have showered or something. I don't know. She gonna hear this and cuss me out. But we're here with the shits. I don't know what episode number this is. I don't keep up with
But
this
this
shit.
the anniversary though.
Is it?
Yeah. Remember we said this the anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh yeah, we've been doing this. Yeah, I forgot. We've been doing this for a year. Yeah.
Oh, I got something.
Come on, let's go. Come on, real nigga. I was gonna sing it for you. Come on. Hey.
They should come up with a podcast version of this.
I don't know what instrument that is, but that shit's so crazy.
Hey, Raphael Saadiq does not get his fucking flowers.
He don't, bro. He don't.
Tony had a nice ass run. I still be listening to that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me turn it off before we get copyrighted. 'Cause they will get us.
man. Hey, no, Raphael Saadiq, I did not know that he wrote a lot on A Seat at the Table.
Yeah.
I did not know that. But when I go back and listen to that album, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely Raphael Saadiq.
Yeah, that album, Instant Vintage, I think is what it was. I think it was the first one when he broke off or whatever. He got a record, Still Red. My dad used to play that shit all the time, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that group he was in after Tony, I can't think of
Lucy Blue.
Lucy?
It's Lucy
That
something.
sound familiar.
It's Lucy something, but it's not Lucy Blue.
Yeah, they won a Grammy.
Yeah, because there was the girl from In Vogue, and then it was somebody else.
Okay.
But that
I
I wanna dance. To that shit was hard.
Yeah, okay. I ain't even know that was a group effort. So okay.
They won a Grammy off of
Yeah.
that. They won best new song.
Did they?
Yeah.
That song was a vibe. Like
Lucy
No,
Pearl.
my daddy.
yeah, Lucy Pearl.
My daddy
yeah.
fuck with, my daddy, yeah.
That song was a vibe, bro. Like when that song, when the video used to come on BET, what I used to sit there.
Oh,
My grandma used to come out the room like, I like this. Like,
right.
yeah, it's a vibe. I like
You
that.
can feel that.
Man,
Shout out Raphael.
bro, Raphael Saadiq, bro, he's. I don't think he don't get his just due and he don't get his flowers.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like I see how people when people do interviews, like Tank just did an interview with Dream Champs, and he gave R. Kelly. I didn't watch it. He had gave R. Kelly his flowers, saying how he influenced the music industry or whatever. But it's like, yeah,
Kara, I know you don't want to talk about that, but it's true.
Yeah, cause you gotta.
It's true.
It's just crazy because again, it's that pen, bro. It's that pen. Like the truth of the matter is R.
he
Kelly.
didn't write anything because you can't read.
But he listen, and even when it comes to like studio sessions, even with that, I know when Joe, when you in the studio, whether you harmonize or you freestyle or some shit, that's just writing it for real. So that
that's not right.
ridiculous.
But see, that's the thing. I've never denied that R. Kelly did not influence.
I think musically he's a genius.
Yeah.
R. Kelly
Yeah,
is.
I mean, musically he's a genius.
He's just a freak bitch. That's all. That's exactly. Trust me, that nigga right, bro.
Yeah.
I've never heard nobody say freak bitch. That's my new shit.
I can't take that from R. Kelly.
But it's this old head at my job, bro, and he be thinking he gonna get away with listening to R. Kelly when I'm in that fucking kitchen. I'll be looking at him, bro. He's like, you really want me to turn this off? Yes.
Yeah.
Turn it off now. Everybody be like, what? It's R. Kelly. I'm not gonna get into it with y'all. Turn it off. I don't want to hear that shit. But you can hear his influence through Trey Songz. You can hear it through Chris Brown, Tank, everybody. Yeah. I mean, men wise.
Yeah.
Men, yeah. Like men, you can definitely hear it because I feel like they all wanted that sound. But what I'm saying about Raphael Saadiq is his sound also created a lot of shit that we hear today too. Mm-hmm. Like if you ever listen to Lucky Day,
yeah.
Lucky Day, you got what's his name? Giveon.
Giveon.
A lot of those neo soul artists, especially the men, like they pull from Raphael Saadiq, and that man.
Neo soul, that's a genre that doesn't get its credit.
Oh no, no, not at all. Cause it's a lot of neo soul artists that I listen to, and I just Jill Scott's first album. That's an incredible album. Yeah. That's an incredible album. Eric Badu's first album. What was Baduzium? That album,
what's his name? Joe? Joe was a beast.
Shout out to Joe.
I wasn't a real big Joe fan.
Maybe not early, but if you listen to him sing though.
Yeah, he can sing his ass off.
He can sing his ass. Even when he was fucking with G on it for real, bro, he had some cuts.
Yeah. I wanna be
he made that song.
That song.
Yeah, that song ass. If he wasn't singing that hook, that song would be ass.
What?
You wouldn't listen to that if you weren't
Nigga, them verses, nah, bro. I can't rock with that, bro. Buck, 50 and Banks verses on that. I love the video. The verses on that.
I ain't gonna hold you.
But you're right though. That carries.
Yeah,
most folks do. Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. When Click started making those R&B songs, because they started saying okay, we got to do something for the ladies. I ain't gonna hold you. Genuinely had some shit. 21 Questions?
I say it to this day, bro. Like
Smile by Lloyd Banks?
Lloyd Banks was my favorite in G Unit, and them.
No, I don't. Dipset ain't really had no R&B.
Yes, they did. They're not R&B, but they had like songs for the ladies though.
What?
Yeah, they had.
Mom.
It's a summer in bottles in the air.
Yeah, they did. That was my shit.
Jim
Yeah,
Jones had Honey did
Who else
too.
had songs for the ladies too? You had that song with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Oh well, Honey did.
Yeah, Honey did.
That was that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Honey
was
did
some
for that
shit too.
shit. But I feel like Smile and 21 Questions, and it's another song that
Lloyd Banks had whatchamacallit, I was just listening to the other day.
That's
I swear to God, I was just playing that
that's
3 days ago.
hard. I don't know who dude is that sing that.
It's
that sing
Avant.
that.
I'm gonna tell you.
No. Avant is on the video version.
The video version.
Yeah.
That's the one that mattered. Cause the one
I
on the
don't like
album.
it. The one on the album hard.
Nah, bro.
You don't like
The
the
one
one?
on the
No.
video with Avant saying, I swear to God, I promise y'all, I was just playing that song the other day.
I love the album version of that. Like, cause whoever dude is, bro, Avant.
Ready? I swear to God, right there. You see it right in my last few things I searched on Twitter. Literally.
Avant did like, and that's not to say Avant can't sing, cause that man can sing his fucking ass off.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose between that song, Karma, because the song was called Karma. If I had to choose between the original version of that song and the video version with Avant, I'm going with the original.
KC, I guess. That's who it is. KC.
I don't
That's
know.
who it is.
It's probably somebody you found in Queens.
I'm telling you, bro, niggas is good. Niggas is good for finding that random nigga or that girl that's just a homie from the hood that just happened to get vocals
I don't think
off.
you know how
Like,
many times we've talked about that.
yeah, bro. Like, you gotta keep one of them.
Who the fuck is Tasha?
Tasha, they found her on East 99 in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's on St. Now they found her on St. Clair and was
They
like,
threw her a T-shirt.
Come on in. I said, come on in. Come on in.
Cause even
Real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Cause who was Shorty that sing on To Live and Die in L.A. Who is that? Who
Cause
is
she
that? Who is that?
Ooh.
Cause she fired.
Like who is that?
I don't know.
Exactly. We don't know. Like
they threw
you
her a
know
T-shirt.
what? You know what? I couldn't even say I don't know because I think she is the lady
That passed away.
That passed away. I think it might
It
be
might
her.
be.
So if
But I know they was
apologize.
having Michelle singing their hooks too.
Yeah. But I know it wasn't me for that
Yeah,
one.
that
That
wasn't
one
her,
her.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but when they had that Bone Thugs and 3-6 verses, they had brought the girl out.
Yeah, Tasha. Yeah.
That was that's what that was. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
Thuggers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They brought her out. I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure.
Y'all know what I found out the other day? Cameron wrote Caesar's verse on Crush on You.
Yeah, you didn't know
I
that.
didn't
They
know
Mace
that.
wrote Lil Kim verse.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Mace wrote
I didn't know that.
Mace wrote Lil Kim verse. Yep.
See, Cam, for whatever reason, his raps don't be.
Man,
Well,
listen.
he's apparently a decent writer.
That was that was
I
Lil
fuck with
C's.
him.
That was Lil C's only hit.
That's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna tell you. There's this random ass. It's 5 Fingers of that freestyle with Cam and Jewel's going back and forth for literally like 26 minutes.
Cam can rap.
Yeah.
He can rap.
That freestyle
Sometimes.
you sent me. That freestyle you sent me.
I just think he be playing sometimes.
He
Yeah.
gotta stop.
I keep computers puking.
Yeah, the computer. and people was talking about that because again, my favorite verses of all time was the Locks versus Dipset, just because of how the Locks did. But people were saying that like, bro, when you got the Locks up there on some hardcore gutter rap shit, and you come with the computers puking, the view the shooting, the movie, it's
that
like,
versus
all
was
right.
never a good. I don't think that versus should have came out.
That wasn't a
It
good
should-
matchup.
It wasn't a good
It should
matchup.
have been G Unit versus Dipset. But
Yeah,
they
but
probably
I
would have
think-
fought. 50 probably would have fought every single last person on that stage.
50 a troll, man. He ain't trying to fight nobody no more, man.
Including his G Unit niggas. He would have
Right.
fought because he don't even like them niggas no more.
Yeah, but Cam don't like them. Jim and Joel no more. You can tell.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? It's sad for real, bro. But it's one of those things to where I think my thing with Cameron is you right. Like when you really break it down, like lyrically, it's not the best. But I think that little trick that he does with that wordplay.
Yeah.
But also, my big thing with rappers is or artists in general is being a character. That's my thing. And I think Pharrell was talking about that a lot, or Pusha T was saying that with his last album. That Pharrell is always talking about trying to get the artist in character to actually like perform, like not from a lyrical standpoint, but really like how actors are. I forgot what the thing is called, but there's some actors that if they're performing for a role, like I think Joaquin Phoenix did it with the Joker. Outside of you working on that role, you still are in character in your day-to-day life because you really trying to.
That's what,
I forgot what it's called, but
what is dude name? Oh, the one that killed himself. And he played the Joker in Dark.
And which one called that too? Yep. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yep, he did it too.
Rest in peace to a legend.
Yeah,
he was a fucking legend.
I mean, like with Dipset, that was a whole movement.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like
culturally too,
it's
the way
like,
they dressed and everything.
it wasn't like Jewels was a good rapper. They weren't the best rappers, but their movement.
Jim Jones
was
got better
crazy.
over time, though.
Yeah.
Jim Jones got better over time. Like
Jim
these,
Jones,
these,
to me,
these
Jim
past,
Jones just got hits.
These past couple of years, these past few albums that Jim Jones been dropping, he's been rapping his ass off. I don't know what it is. But he been rapping his fucking ass off.
I remember Jadakiss was making fun of him about that. He said he just started learning how to rap. You know, that was around the time he just started. And I'll tell you, like, I got family in Connecticut, so, you know, that's right next to New York. I'm actually going next weekend. But I think I was in 6th grade going to 7th grade, and this is when Jim Jones had Ballin' Out. Now, my personal opinion, Jim Jones wasn't the best rapper. He was offbeat, like he was a little bit more slow and all that, but
he was
he
G
had the
Herbo
hits.
before G Herbo.
Yeah, he had the Ballin', he had Honey Dip,
Super
he had
Shocker
Summer.
was,
Type shit. That's another one too. And I remember being on the East Coast that summer for like a month and a half, and there's a thing out on the East Coast called the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah.
And there was so many people out there wearing Dipset branded clothing, like Dipset merch and all that shit. Like Jim Jones out there was Jim Jones and the rest of Dipset was running New York at that time. When I was in 6th grade going to 7th grade, I forgot what summer that was. I think it was like 05 or something like that. But that was Jewel's, Lil Wayne, like Can't Feel My Face. Like they had a movement going on, and niggas was wearing their clothes, and niggas dressing like them with the hats with the do-rags under it and shit like that, the bandanas under the hat. Like niggas was going crazy. So not only with their music, but people was dressing, acting like them, just real flamboyant, like Harlem type shit or whatever.
The Locks didn't do that.
I think
at all.
They
Them niggas could rap.
they could just rap, but they didn't have
Yeah.
a movement like that.
And you wanna know what? But you wanna know the thing? I don't even think Dipset cares to have a movement because they like shit.
They was just
We 3 of the best rappers out of Yonkers, New York. Ain't nobody. Well,
They
we
was
3.
alive.
No, they from Yonkers. They're from
Nah,
Yonkers.
they from Yonkers,
Yeah. The Locks, yeah, they from
I
Yonkers.
thought you were talking about.
Oh no,
Yeah,
they from
Dipset like Harlem.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, as far as like them,
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
you had
facts.
if you had to think about like groups at that time or just coming out of New York, period, you're gonna say you're gonna say D Block or the Locks, whatever they going by at that time. You have to say that they're the best rap group coming out of that state.
Out of their borough for sure.
Like, or out of that state, like rap group wise, like, cause they was out rapping G Unit, they was out rapping Dipset, like, but I think where they missed, like I think where the Locks probably dropped the ball at was not getting a movement behind them, cause they was just more so like shit.
Because if you look at New York always has its movements.
Mm-hmm.
Dipset had one, G Unit had a huge one.
Yep.
Even Rockefeller had one.
With state property.
ASAP Mob.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what New York is about.
Yeah. They're about. I mean, because they're about clicks. But back to what you were saying, like about that character thing, like rappers coming out, like, and that makes sense because I'm gonna tell you what rapper used to get on my fucking nerves, but I like this music. Mystical. He's a fucking character when he raps. But if like Mystical, like he got on my nerves, but I like this music because I'm just like I've never heard nobody rap like this.
Master P will tell you he was the best rapper out of that clique.
Bruh.
I would have to agree between him, C Murder, and Mia X.
I promise to God, bro.
And Master P.
I promise to God, 2nd grade, I did a talent show and I performed with Angel. I promise to God, bro. grade.
You did the voices too?
No, they didn't kick you out.
I did Danger, and I'm going to tell you what's funny about it is because I remember we had to audition, and I didn't know the song. I just liked it so much. So I auditioned the chorus. And that was just it. Like,
so you were singing Nivea's part?
Man, so I sang out second grade.
Funny to me.
You know, I was pitching everything. I promised to God, they were like, okay. And I remember they let me get on there. My mom was like, you probably need to do the whole song. But I'm like, I don't know the whole song. Like, so I remember literally I wore a black bandana. My mom got the video somewhere. I wore a black bandana and had a Bow Wow shirt on performing Danger. And the thing was with Mystical is it's out there. It's 100%. My mom got it somewhere.
But
it's
you
on
gotta
VHS.
send that to us.
On VHS. And the thing with Mystical is he was kind of like DMX, but he was just way more animated. You're right, like almost like, and I hate to say this, but kind of like Tourette, like. Like, you know, DMX would get it, what? But he would do that with his voice, but Mystical would kind of, he did wrong. Like, he'd do all that shit, and it would be crazy, but it's just like, it made him unique. I don't think he gets the flowers I guess he ain't do much.
Master P will tell you, like, he was the best rapper out of our group.
Yeah.
And that's because I think wasn't no Southern rapper doing that.
Right.
Wasn't no Southern rapper rapping that fast and doing what Mystical was doing that fast.
Exactly.
Like, and I really don't like too much talking about Mystical because of the whole.
You got those allegations too, I think.
But it's like I give where the just due is due.
Yeah.
I give it to you. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you that. Not on Kelly. But like, I'm gonna give you that because you deserve that, because at one point, like I said, I wanted to be part of No Limit. I had the keychain, I had the bandana.
I wanted to be part of Dipset. I want to be all of it.
Some of the hardest logos out, bro.
Listen,
Rap chains.
Bro, I remember I had asked him, because we didn't talk about this in the pod. I had asked him, I was like, bro, what record label had the hardest chain?
Telling you, bro, they was doing that, talking about that on social media. I think it was I think it's Rockefeller. I think it's the Rockefeller.
I put them in my top
three. I can't pick one. I can't just pick one.
What do we do? Top 3 or top 5?
Top 5. So I think we said Rockefeller, Cash Money.
Yeah.
Death Row.
Yeah. I'm gonna say top 3 for me. No order. Well, no, Rockefeller's one.
Yeah, that chain hard.
Because with the spinning record, that's fire.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna say No Limit. I'm gonna say Dipset. Yeah. I'm gonna say
Dipset. Oh, because they had the bird chain.
Yeah, No Limit had.
But
you
see,
know,
I
Future took
over
that
the Cash Money though.
I'm gonna take it over that, bro.
Really?
I'm gonna take it over
that. Because the Cash Money was iconic.
Yeah,
that video would come on and they all have one on.
Nah, it did, bro. But No Limit, they had the tank, bro. They had the tank, bro.
Oh no,
because
Death Row's chain was hard.
Yep.
A man sitting in an electric chair on Death Row.
You see this over this?
Yeah, nah, I got that. Hundreds did a collab with them last year, bro. I got that Juvenile shirt, bro. Like, nah, you rode with the Cash Money record logo on it, yeah, bro.
They had some iconic chains. Like, I think I didn't really too much care for like the Rough Rider chain. I wanted one because I wanted to be part of Rough Rider.
That double R, I forgot about that. That double R is fire.
That's definitely in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was watching somebody. I think it was Big Sean, and he was saying like how a Rockefeller chain is like one of the most important things on the east side to have.
Bruh, chain and day, bruh. Like,
and he said like, because remember he had a Rockefeller chain, and they had asked him on Drink Champs like, so how did you get that chain? He said he seen Jane was like, bro, that's an iconic chain. Like, man, like I used to always want one.
Yeah.
And he said Jay called him like, what color you want your chain in?
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Big Sean said it years ago. I think it was right when they did Click. I think that's when Big Sean got it. I think it was when they did Click.
Rockefeller chain.
Who's gonna give up their Rockefeller chain?
Well, you were saying that like.
Cause Gotti got one. Gotti ain't gonna give up that chain.
Do? As he should, I guess.
Gotti got a Rockefeller chain. I think Meek Mill got one.
Yeah,
like,
Dream got one. Shout out my nigga to Dream, y'all.
Dream
he got a few. Yeah, he got a few. Cause he write a lot of shit for Beyonce.
Yeah.
A lot of shit for Beyonce.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot.
Yeah,
Them two collab, bro. That could never go wrong.
Yeah.
That I don't think that could ever go wrong.
And you even think about just that video of Kanye when he got his Rockefeller chain. Like that image of Kanye's career, like the beginning, that was like the start of him super taking off. Like I'm the newest member of the Rockefeller. Yeah, whatever he said or whatever. Like that chain, bro, with the spinning record, fire, bro, fire.
I think I like G on this chain too.
That shit was fire too, though. That big ass G with the spinning, that shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think I like that chain too. I don't know. I think y'all know who else chain is iconic in the industry and nobody want to say it, but I've said it and I'm gonna say it again. Nicki Minaj. That Barbie chain is iconic. That's an iconic chain.
I respect that.
So how you feel about that is how I feel about Iced Out Bart.
But Iced Out Bart. If you say Iced Out Bart, Gucci Mane gonna instantly come. Anything you think of jewelry wise, Gucci Mane is gonna come to your mind. Yeah.
No.
Gucci got some of the best jewelry.
I respect that, bro, because Gucci Mane started bringing the fun in the jewelry game. So like even niggas like Sauce Walk or like everybody in the Sauce Factory now they go crazy with like the cartoon chains and all that shit. But I think Gucci was the first one with like I'm gonna put Bart Simpson on my shit.
Because remember he had that dog chain. What was that, Pluto? Wasn't it? Yeah. No, it wasn't Pluto. It was a dog from Garfield. It was a dog from Garfield.
They look the same.
Yeah, whatever. Like, because he had that chain. And I remember that because that chain was hard. But, again, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but that Barbie chain is hard. Every girl went to the fucking Chinese store, hair store, got a Barbie chain.
Sally's Beauty, you know what I'm saying?
Every girl had them a Barbie chain, bro. And it keeps getting better and better over time because she keeps rebranding that chain. Yeah. I think that's hard. That chain is hard.
Then T-Pain said, here go the big ass chain.
I thought that chain got
I was like, oh, dog, you tripping.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you tripping, bro.
He said that was one of his worst.
Y'all be investments that ain't made, bro.
I wonder if Kanye West think that big ass Jesus piece chain was one of his worst investments because that was a terrible chain to have.
But the regular Jesus piece, the small one that they be having, shit, Kanye made that shit popular, for real. Because niggas be wearing that too.
But the Jesus piece?
The Jesus piece, Kanye made that popular.
I think Biggie might have made that popular.
Kanye got it from Biggie for sure, and that's 100% fact. I think he even said that too.
But like Big Sean had a dope.
Everybody that was in good music at that time was getting Amen Rose, and then I remember Big Sean said he lost his and Kid Cudi gave him his. I remember that shit too.
Speaking of, happy belated birthday to the fucking GOAT, to my fucking favorite rapper, dead or alive. I don't care, bro. He can rap all you niggas up under the fucking grave site to this fucking day. The Notorious B.I.G. And that one day we are going to talk about how Biggie was the better rapper out of him and Tupac.
Talk about it right now, because I got something to say about Pac.
What he did? What he did now? He been dead for 30 years.
Did nothing, man. People listen to the pod. They say, "Why you hate Pac?"
People ask you that?
I don't hate Pac. I don't.
People ask you that?
Yes.
Y'all, he does not hate Tupac. We just don't think he's a great rapper. I just see him for what he is.
I don't hate Pac. I love Tupac. Tupac has great music. Like we said, Tupac would have been one of the best poets today ever. Ever. Tupac was a visionary. He was. The gangster Tupac is what I can't get into.
Right.
But no.
Because a lot of people call that shit out. Yeah.
Tupac was an okay rapper. Tupac's legacy is what I appreciate about Tupac. He was just an okay rapper. He had the same flow, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. That flow he had was the same on every song.
He never changed it.
He never changed it.
Yeah.
So as far as rapping,
I don't know, because Biggie never really changed his flow.
Yeah, he did.
But he could bounce into different crazy ass pockets.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because even when what's that party and bullshit? Yeah, because that flow on his flow on that was crazy.
Man, Tupac, I love Tupac. Tupac's legacy is second to none. But I'm just not with it his rapping wasn't that great to me. Yeah, that's not to say he doesn't have good music, because he does.
Yeah,
hella albums too.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't think you would agree with that though.
I don't like with Tupac. Here's my big thing for it. So like me and my father was talking about it a while ago. Like my father was just expressing the fact that Tupac's antics, and he felt this way about Kanye too, is like some of the antics that go along with Tupac that kind of like deter you from fucking with that kind of deter you from fucking with the music a little bit. And I think I think again the fact that Tupac was a visionary and that he knew how to make good music and what he stood for is why he is revered the way he was. And then obviously, you know, it was big because of that East Coast and West Coast beef or whatever. But Biggie, lyrically, the pockets he get in and his storytelling ability, lyrically, like, and again, Biggie, I mean, they both actually can get in the character. Both of them can. But Biggie, like, the way he dip in and out of them pockets and the shit that he was talking about again, and it's just like, and another big thing I like about artists is just having a unique ass voice. And I think that's for both of them. Tupac had a unique, strong voice. Biggie had a unique, strong ass voice, bro. But Biggie rapped two circles around Tupac. That's a fact. Everybody know that.
It wouldn't even be close.
Yeah,
it wouldn't even be close. And Pac knew that.
Yeah. He know that.
So remember when DJ had asked us, like if somebody asked us, what is one song that represents hip hop, and he said that Jay-Z and Alicia Keys song, Empire State of Mind, and we both was like, nah. And I was like, Hypnotized by Biggie. I think that one song represents hip hop, because if you turn that song on be in the club, whatever, you turn that song on, everybody is going to go nuts.
I said Juicy.
Cause Juicy too, but that beat on Hypnotized was nuts. I don't know who did that beat. That beat was fucking crazy. Like, what did he say? Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I squeezed through. What? Bro. His flow, like his flow on that was crazy. Yeah. And his pen game was crazy too, because he wrote a lot of shit for everybody in Junior Mafia.
Yeah.
He wrote everybody's albums.
Like he wrote a lot of shit. Like, but happy birthday to, you know what I mean? He was a fucking goat. But when you were saying like how like the unique voices, that's the way I feel about you when you rap. I think that's what made me a fan of yours. Yeah. Like that what's that? On Wavy's Uptown with not Uptown Love.
Yeah, it's from Uptown Love. He got a
that one. What I can't remember that song that you want. I can't think of the name, but you know which one I'm talking about.
I forgot what it's called too. I'll look it up. He actually just called me too.
But you said you just called him.
Yeah, he just called. I was gonna answer the phone so let him talk, but
you should have put him on speaker.
Yeah, I can call him back in a second if y'all want to. But yeah, nah, I appreciate that. It's I think that's one of those things that I pride myself in too. And I hear a lot of artists talk about it. I ain't gonna hold you. I hate my voice. Like I have a very nasally ass voice, and I remember as a kid, like one of my homegirls, well, not as a kid in high school, one of my homegirls, like she was, you know, she went to West High, I went to Walnut Hill. She was talking to one of my brothers or whatever. And, you know, we'd only talked on some, like, 3-way phone call type shit or whatever. She was like, yeah, bro, like, when I heard you on the phone, I thought you was a fat nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and mind you, I was like 130 pounds at that time. Like, you feel me? That's how nasally my voice is. Like, I thought you was just a fat nigga. Like, and I'm like, yeah, so I don't even like my voice. But I do know how to project it a certain way. Yeah. And Wavy was DJing at 20s the other week, and he did like this Drake set, and everybody said what the fuck they want to say about Drake. That catalog extensive. So I'm rapping some songs. That's the most solid catalog, bruh, that you will ever that you can find from any artist that came out in 2008. Ever. No, no, ever. So you think Drake has the better top tier catalog? 1,000%, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a numbers guy. Drake has more songs than a lot of artists that have lived. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, like, even, like, one of the reasons, and again, side conversation, but, like, even like Gucci Mane, I think, I got a whole thought piece about Gucci Mane, but he has a million records that are out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, obviously, he's not Drake level, not necessarily comparing him, but the fact that how much work Gucci put in or what he did for Atlanta and everybody, I feel like you have to put Gucci at a higher level of what he's done for rap in general. Oh, yeah. Because of his long ass, it's just all of the mixtapes. Yeah. But when it comes to Drake, when numbers, hit records, culture impact, a little bit, but he had to draw from a lot of people, but a lot of rappers do. Albums, record sales and all that, his catalog is nuts, bro. When you play 2-3 hours of any person that would do a versus against Drake, it's gonna be a long ass night.
Tough.
It's a long
that's gonna be a long night. That's gonna be a long night.
A long night because nigga can go for about 70 different songs, bro. Like
that's why when Kanye had called him out, I'm like,
I don't.
That's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I don't think
Kanye, but I think it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's gonna give him a run for his money.
It's gonna be tough.
Like he'll give him a run for his money, but
y'all
don't like when we talk about Drake like that. Drake, I just don't think. I don't think.
She know we love Drake, but
listen. But and my bad, I changed the whole combo. But just like I had said something on the mic, like I was rapping, I think "Miss Me." That's one of my favorite Drake songs of all time, first album, whatever.
Miss Me?
Yeah, and that's like my number one favorite Drake song. But my homegirl, shout out my homegirl KK, you know, she hosts a lot of events or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, man, keep using your voice, man, keep using your voice." And then even when we were when the social injustices were happening, we were protesting a lot downtown. That was my first time protesting ever, you know, for anything. You know, we in the middle of a pandemic and shit like that. That was 2020, and everybody was downtown like shit every week for like a month and a half or so.
Can you believe that? We was in the middle of a 100-year pandemic, bro, and we had to go protest.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we done lived through some shit. Like if you was born
I'm tired of living through historic events.
Bro,
sick
I'm
of
telling you, bro. Like, you feel me? Like even just like
get me out of it.
Even just the fact that I remember living in a fuel circle and gas used to be 99 cents. Nigga, gas damn near $5.
Gas and Forest Park.
We done lived and seen some shit, dog. Like
98 cents.
We done seen some shit. But when I was even protesting, like I was, you know, even when I was protesting, you know, I'm speaking out, using my voice and shit. And it was going the whole street. You know what I mean? As soon as I start chanting something, everybody chanting or whatever. So I just think like, you know, just being grateful for the voice I do have, even though I do sound like a 500-pound nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I think that's one of the things that I try to pride myself on is bending my voice as much as I can or just doing things that I don't think other people can do with my voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's like, cause it's a lot of fucking rappers I don't get into or I won't listen to because I hate their voice. Like, and I know,
Logic.
I just don't like Logic.
I don't like his voice.
I don't like Logic.
I think Logic might be cool as a person.
Like when Logic first came out, when he was like freestyling on radio shows and shit, this nigga was dying. I do not like after Logic started getting into that whole I'm a mixed kid, my mom is white, my dad is black. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Every song he dropped was about him being black. Like he had some type of reference.
Like I don't care about your fucking mom being white and your dad being black. I don't care, bitch. Rap. Just rap. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to fucking rap. Like I don't care. Like J. Cole has never sat up here and told us how many times his mama and daddy was white and black.
Type shit.
I literally just found out like a couple of years ago.
I didn't even know that till just now.
You didn't know J. Cole was mixed?
His mama white.
Really?
His mama definitely
white.
Yeah,
his mama white.
Yeah, his mama white. Shit, man.
You can see it. Like you can see it.
You know the thing with like J. Cole and the Ken, you know they keep that private life. You know what I mean? Yeah. But around, I think Sideline Story or whatever. There's like some YouTube video about him going back to, you know, back. Yeah. No, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I think that might have been one of the first times I saw his mom. But yeah, she definitely.
No, I actually seen his mom way before that, and then I remember somebody had reminded me in the song that he had rapped, like he had actually said something like, "Do you have a white mom and my dad?" And, yeah. But like if you kind of look at J. Cole, you can kind of.
I didn't. I don't mean it's disrespectfully. I didn't care to know.
Yeah, I mean that's not being disrespectful. It's just if you like his music, like it is what it is. Like you just like J. Cole is his mom white, his dad is black. His daddy is a nigga. It's a nigga's nigga.
Like, even Drake don't rap about that.
No.
He rap about his mom and dad, but not the skin.
But not the skin color.
But we knew Drake was a white man. I mean a white woman.
And the thing about Logic,
there's no
if he didn't say he was mixed, I would think he was a white man.
For sure.
That's why he has to do that.
Like, yeah.
You listen to Logic?
I used to.
Like him? Like
he was cool. He had a couple songs.
Before he started talking about how his mama called him a nigger, and she's white.
Oh.
Y'all ain't never heard that story?
I did.
Y'all ain't know that?
I ain't really tap in.
I swear to God, y'all, go find the interviews, and this man literally said his mom used to always call him a fucking nigger or a nigga because she hated his dad. So she will always
That's-
call him that.
Ooh.
And that's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
That's a hard beast. to
And
break.
I have a
That's
hot,
not-
and I really have a hot take about that, but I don't want to get into that. But I have a hot take about that because my hot take on stuff like that, it'll get a lot of people pissed.
It'll
That's
be a
just
lot
me.
of-
Like it'll be
Them the talks I like to have.
people be really mad at me, like because.
Knock all this shit off.
Like, cause like I'ma just say it. I just feel like if you grew up in a household, your dad is black and your mom is white, and your white mother raised you, I feel like you shouldn't say the word nigga. Because I feel like that white mom probably didn't teach you anything about your black heritage. That's just me. And then if you say the word nigga and somebody look at you and you go, oh, my dad's black. Give a fuck. Stop. Like that's just me. Like that's just me because a lot of white moms don't teach their black kids about their black heritage. So
And the thing is, they really can't.
yeah, they can. I mean, like they can, but they sometimes they won't. They won't do it.
Yeah.
But that again, that's neither here nor there. So if you are biracial and you listen to this podcast, it's no disrespect towards your mom or your dad. It's just that way I feel. Like if Joe Rogan can say what the fuck he want to say and call black people niggas on his podcast,
Yeah.
I feel like I can just tell y'all. That's just me. Like if your white mom is not teaching you about your black heritage or showing you when a black person gets shot on TV and why they're protesting and why this is happening, why that is happening. Or if you just ignore your black side 100%, I feel like that word should be stripped away from you.
So
100%.
please, so help me God, tell me y'all watch Atlanta.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Hey,
Okay, alright.
hey,
So when you saying that, I'm thinking about
episode,
that episode.
That's in my mind too.
Which
I'm
one?
thinking about that. It's the Kevin
the,
Samuels,
Kevin Samuels
2 weeks
one, yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah.
So,
I was about to say,
bruh.
don't ruin Fridays for me. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it either, but it's kind of one of those things to where you can kind of like. I think that type of household is kind of what they were depicting, is that here's a mixed kid who's passing as white.
Yeah.
And, he has white friends passing as white. He calling black people on it like, man, you gorilla, nigga,
Right,
blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
that's whatever. But he mixed them damn self or
Right.
whatever. But it's like, you kind of got to get I like the fact that they play on the fact that, like, all right, like, you mixed.
Yeah.
You ain't really tapped in with your black side. Your black dad is in your life, but
Right.
you passing as your white side or whatever.
Right.
You got to get yours. You can't get this scholarship.
Yeah.
Then once you get, into a little bit of trouble, now you want to start brushing your hair,
Yeah.
wearing gold jewel chains and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He walked out of this and I started crying.
Wow.
R.P. Kevin Samuels. But
Boy, we're about to hit. Who's gonna hit? I can't stand that motherfucker. Boy, I can't stand it. Even in the fucking grave.
But it just reminded me of that is when you try to pass off as that, you at least need to know something. You need to know something about yourself, know something about your family.
That's my favorite
and
episode of Atlanta of all time.
Bro, it's top.
Really?
It's top.
That's a good ass
Bro,
episode.
that's
I think mine
episode.
is still the weird dude. It's
Oh,
either
the
Alligator
white-
Man or the
the
Michael
Alligator
Jackson.
Man.
Yeah, it's
But
either
yeah.
Alligator Man or the Michael Jackson.
It's for me. It's that one and the one
Teddy
where he
Perkins or
was
something
trying,
like that.
where Paperboy was trying to get his hair cut the whole day.
That
Oh
shit was
my
fucking funny.
God,
Bro.
bruh.
And he
What?
put some people refrigerators and took that food.
He said you like
Man.
Zaxby's. You know I like Zaxby's.
No, like that. Yeah, bro. No, that episode was funny as hell, bro.
Nah,
I
that-
forgot about the barbershop episode.
We got one more fucking season, and it come out this fall.
Yeah, bro.
I
I need
can-
it, bro.
man, I'm
Atlanta's
sorry.
I don't even watch TV. Atlanta's my shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that
I
shit
love,
hard.
I love what they've done with this season for real.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a little off kilter, but it's like it's just the whole season to me is about
Man.
white guilt. You know what I'm
Man
saying?
tried on that coat.
Oh yeah,
You might want to take that off.
His ass on it.
He gonna walk up to her and say,
Yeah.
"Let's gasoline."
Man,
Let's gasoline.
bro, I'm telling you.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. Look, Keith Stanfield is one of the best actors. Like he's
He
such a
good.
good actor, bro.
He good. He
Like,
good.
And
Remember when
he-
he tried to rap on the Breakfast Club?
Did he?
Oh.
Yeah.
You should have told me that because I gotta look for it.
Oh, it's not good.
I know about him moaning on Clubhouse, bro. That's some wild shit, bro.
Who's on-
For
he did
$300.
what?
He was on Clubhouse. You know when motherfuckers was on that shit. Like, what was it, last year, I think, or a year and a half ago?
People
whatever.
still be on it.
And people, and this, I guess it's a good platform. I ain't never really get all the way into it for real, but I guess they had a room where it's like, who got the best moan for $300?
He was.
He joined the room and he was performing his moans for $300.
Did he win?
Now,
Did he win?
I don't know if the nigga won, but I don't really care, bro. What type, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if the nigga won, because
You
if
feel
you
me?
gonna do something like that, you gotta win.
But
You're a fucking actor. You have millions of dollars. Why are you doing
and that's the
that?
only passing you get is being an actor. But I'm not about to. My black ass ain't about to hop in this moan and say, "All right, Alan, your turn for $300." And I'm like, Keith. And I done been on all these movies and these TV shows, and I'm trying for $300.
I was on Get Out. I was playing.
You know what I mean? Hell no.
I'm in some of the best movies, and you think I'm about to hop ass in the room
Ever. And
give
moan
out
for you
moans?
folks. Crazy as
What?
hell.
And they just let them in?
They just let us. Come on, it's Lake Keith. You know what I'm saying? Shit, let's let the. I actually met Lake Keith before randomly.
Is it Lake Keith or Lake Keith?
I think it's Lake Keith, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I met that nigga randomly in California one day.
He cool. He seemed cool as fuck.
He was. I'm gonna be honest with you. I met him at this. It's a bar called Treetop or something in California. I got some homies out there. And this nigga literally was sitting in the hallway like he was waiting for a twerk or some shit. And I ain't know it was him. Like I walked past him and it was just him, no security, nothing. And I looked and I was like, Atlanta? And then he was like,
Atlanta?
he was like, yeah. I was like, bruh, listen. Cause I didn't know his name at the time. I was like, oh, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Like, I love that show, bro. Like, keep doing your shit, kept me pushing. Cause I ain't really, you know what I mean? But he was like, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. And that was just it, bro.
I wonder if he really smoked that much weed.
I don't know, man.
Like,
I like his role in Atlanta though. He just a weird, cool nigga. Like
Yeah,
that.
he just-
We just keep him around.
I think he's like he might be like that, and like that might be him.
Yeah.
Like that just might be who he
Yeah,
is.
type
Like,
shit.
Cause he was on Instagram.
Apparently, 'cause-
No, he was on It was a TikTok that he did or whatever.
Like, he just a cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like masculinity or something like that. Yeah. He was like, the fuck I gotta talk to y'all about my masculinity for because you scared of yours or you
Type
scared to be
shit.
who the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
Like
I
I was
agree with
like
that. I agree with that.
I was like, oh, okay then my nigga. Like, yeah. He was like, I'm gonna be who the fuck I wanna be and do what the
Yeah.
fuck I wanna do. I was
Respect
like,
that. Gotta respect that.
I think I like I'm not gonna say I love the dudes in this. I love the guys in this era because it sounds gay. I like the fact that the guys in this era are being who they want to be or who they always want, like who they were
So
always
respect.
like wanted to be, but they couldn't be because of the crowd that they hung with. Like,
Yeah.
like it. I had a homeboy. He was wearing like straight as can be, wearing nail polish, calling himself a holla back girl.
Okay.
Swear to God.
Okay.
Swear to God.
Okay.
Niggas, well, you gay. I'm like, how is he gay? He doesn't like men. Like he's straight.
Yeah.
He's
The people, individuality and uniqueness, bro. Each year, bro, with social media and all that shit, bro, we stepping way farther away from them. We creeping more into everybody want to just be like this other person type shit. Like I was literally on Instagram the other day, and there's this guy who's, I guess, a fashion dude. He put fists together and all that, but he had a video like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how to pose for y'all photos. Pose number 1. Pose number 2. And everybody was like, oh, bro, I needed this photo. I needed to figure out how I could pose in my photos on Instagram and shit. And I'm just like, nigga, what? Like, this nigga right over here is showing y'all how to pose in photos, bro, and getting like thousands of views and likes. Cause niggas is like, bro, I don't know how to stand in photos. I don't know how to look. And I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, niggas just don't want to be themselves no more. They don't know how to just relax and just figure out. Yeah, be you. You feel me? So
do what makes you fucking happy. Like I remember when Kid Cudi had performed on SNL, he had that dress on or whatever. And he turning our kids gay. I'm like, Y'all must not know who Kurt Cobain is. Huh?
Yeah. Free my nigga Slime, bro. Niggas was trying to assassinate Thug's character for the longest, bro.
Oh,
like
man.
when Thug first came out years ago.
And I hate that because I used to tell people, like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to call Thug gay because, like, why would you call a nigga your husband and babe? Like,
Yeah,
why?
he
Why?
was on some other
He
shit.
was trolling.
He was on some shit. Like, I remember him tweeting, like, we smoking big penises tonight. And I was just
Yeah,
like,
he
all
used
right.
to- he used to be-
And I'm like, all right, bro.
He
Like,
used
all
to be
right,
on that.
I can't defend that, bro. I can't defend that.
But y'all
But
see,
it's,
look,
but it's one of those things to where.
I don't mean to cut you off. This is one of the best fucking fight scenes in cinematic history.
Is
Is
this
this an game?
Nope.
One of the best fight scenes cinematic history, hands down.
Actually, no. Have I seen it? I haven't seen the one with what's my Infinity Stone nigga?
Thanos?
Thanos. No, no. This one, no. This, yep, I ain't seen it yet.
You ain't seen it.
Cause this one, they killed a Hulk, right? Or some
Nah,
shit.
Nah. This,
Don't they kill the Hulk?
no.
No, they killed Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Nah, I haven't seen it, bro. I haven't seen it.
So, this shit pissed me off. We out here getting our asses whooped. Yes, we. and Captain Marvel, who's stronger than everybody, she late to the goddamn party. Bitch, you could have been helping.
She had shit to do.
Nah, I don't give a fuck, dude.
She got other, like she said, I have other planets I gotta protect.
We fighting this big nigga right here.
They've been fighting this man for 6 years.
Well, help.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, a lot of people gonna be mad at me when I say this.
I mean, yeah.
I like Thanos.
Hey,
Thanos he was crazy as fuck for what he stood for. But I like him because he never backed down from what he stood for.
I agree.
Those are the people I respect the most. I was literally talking about
I
how
agree
like that.
with Killmonger on Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Black Panther was not one of the best Marvel movies.
Hold on, that's
just-
one of the best. Nah, it is.
She
One of the
just
best.
knocked over all the shit in the room.
Yeah, one of the best. I would definitely say that. But I was talking to my homegirls about that last night. The people I respect the most is normally the people I don't agree with.
Yeah.
If they stand on what they believe in, bro, like I'm gonna respect you. But in a world where people, you know, where they just wanna be sheep and they easily convinced and easily influenced or easily swayed in it, like I feel like there's a lot of people that ain't got no backbone, bro. Like if you really believe, like nah, bro, like Tupac a whack ass rapper, and here's why. Okay, cool.
Now 100%.
Alright.
I might not agree
Whoever
with
it
what
is,
you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? Yeah.
The only people I don't agree with is people who just like get people taking over the black community. How?
Yeah.
How is that happening?
Yeah.
But then like if you give me an explanation and that's the explanation you stand on, I disrespectfully respect it.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm not gonna argue with you, cause like you are very firm on your stance on that. I'm not about to.
I ain't about to try to convince you
Like,
otherwise, bro.
I remember this guy like literally was trying to go back and forth with me on social media about this was like not too long ago, and he was like, yeah, these big farmers they killing people and this that and the other. And I was like, so with me having undiagnosed ADHD, I have depression and I have anxiety. I take medicine for this. What do you prescribe for me to do? What would you want me to do for this?
Mr.
And he was like, right. He was like, try doing herbal stuff.
All right, like
Okay,
what?
so if I do anything herbal, I told myself if I do anything herbal, give me your fucking address so I can come live with you. So when I fucking get off my fucking rocker, bitch, I'm gonna kill you and me, and then we both gonna be like, oh, okay, bitch, I thought you told me to try something herbal.
Yeah,
remember
type
that?
shit. Yeah,
Talking about you
yeah.
should try something from the ground. Like
People-
what?
people
What am I
be-
doing?
People be saying whatever, bro. Like,
Do you understand that that's where medicine comes from? It's stuff that's found on the earth.
Yeah. And my thing is explaining, bro. All right, herbal, what that can mean anything, nigga. Weed, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
want me to
tea,
go out here
what
and
you
eat
want me to do?
grass? I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. I'm not doing. So he gonna tell me go outside and be one with the earth. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, RP Chad. Facts.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 is gonna suck.
Yeah, I don't know what they gonna do with that, man. They gonna have to figure that out.
It's
for
gonna
sure.
suck. It's gonna suck for two reasons. One,
Oh, yeah.
Chadwick is he passed away. No, I might say the word again.
Yeah.
Two, Shorty who played Shuri, she's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
She's
like-
nuts.
Oh
She's
yeah,
nuts.
because she the one
She's
who was
nuts.
trying to get that shot.
Yeah, and somebody had
They couldn't film. 'cause of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had a good fucking had a good fucking comeback for that too. They was like, imagine if Chadwick would have survived, and she was and she was on that stance of not getting vaccinated. She could have killed him.
Yeah.
Like you.
Like
what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
why are you doing this? You have no reason to do like. And then it was like she was on Twitter just saying some crazy ass shit one time, and I was like, oh, you're weird.
Yeah.
I don't follow you, baby girl. Bye, baby girl. Gotta go.
All these years I done missed out. Cause I'm be honest with you, the fucked up thing is like me and my dad, that's something that we do is like, you know, whether it's like Marvel, DC, or like Transformers or whatever, like growing up we would always watch these movies and shit, and I think over like, might have been like 2014, 2015 when I had moved out the crib, unfortunately we kind of stopped doing that shit. He was like, yeah, we gonna do this. I'm like, then he'll just go without me type shit. So I missed a lot of the build up to the end game on what they did. Like I ain't seen none of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen like the Winter Soldier. I've seen
that's one of the best
Spider. Like
Winter Soldier is one of the best.
Winter Soldier was fire. Yeah, I've seen Black Panther 1. I've seen, but I think I missed out.
You ain't gonna
on
see you ain't gonna see Black Panther 2 either.
Right, exactly. So I missed a couple of that build up of what was going on with the end game and shit. But yeah, I knew somebody died, Iron Man, whatever. But that's
we
crazy.
spent a lot of time pausing and talking about. Looking at this fucking movie. So I know on video they're like, what the fuck are they?
What y'all talking about?
Did you listen to that new Kendrick Lamar?
And that's what I was about to say when you were just talking about people talking about anything. I got on Twitter the other week and people was trying to cancel Kendrick Lamar, bro. And I said, man, look.
Wait, why?
Because of that
people. So I saw. It's a lot. I saw a girl say, "Oh, this album is just pandering towards men. Oh, this is an album ain't for women at all." Like. Yeah,
there's albums out there for women. Go fucking listen to them.
And then it was just one of those things. Then they start bringing up the whole, why would you put Kodak Black on the album?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then it was like the Auntie Diaries. Why would you say the word faggot on the song? It was people talking about like the whole we cry together. Like why would you say that about women, or why would you argue with a woman? I'm like, nigga, this is literally this is why I don't be posting shit no more. Cause I'm like, this the world we in. Is motherfuckers woke up today and decided, I'm gonna be the one to cancel Kendrick Lamar. And I said, bruh, if y'all ain't listen to the album, that's cool. Don't listen to it. If you don't want to listen to the album, that's cool. Don't listen to it. Me personally, I love K.Dot. Me personally, I feel like in the day's age, based on everything I just told y'all, we're missing individuality, and we're missing those people that's saying fuck the status quo. And I feel like Kendrick Lamar, he went left field and he made the album he wanted to make. Mm-hmm. It don't sound like this. It don't sound like this person. It's like, all right.
It sound like.
I'm an advocate for if you like, yo, fuck what everybody else doing, bro. I'm just trying to get better, and I'm going to say what I want to say, or I'm trying to make my next album better than my last album. And I think that's what Kendrick did. I think he talked about a lot of shit. You talked about the traumas that we go through in black households. You talked about your auntie. You talked about, I was ignorant. I used to say faggot. And I had to learn my lesson. You talked about the fact that you brought Kodak into the equation when people were trying to cancel him. Don't know about his sexual allegations, so I won't say too much more about that. But you know what I'm saying? You got these two black kids who tap dancing throughout the whole album. You gave them an opportunity. You talking about the cancer culture. You even before we cry together, this is what y'all sound like. Bruh, that's what half a dating is right now, bro.
Even like we cry together. Everybody in this room know a couple that argue like that.
Yeah, bro.
I lived in a household with my mom and both of my fucking stepdads. And that was my household. Like, we cry together. Like when I know the words to that whole fucking song, and I think that's terrible that I know the words to that whole song. Yeah. But it's a good song because at the end of the day, like if you have not been in a situation like that yourself, again, like Christian said, you know somebody who's been in that situation.
You know somebody who's
in an abusive relationship.
My best friend argues like that with his girl.
I've went through that shit before with a bitch. Like I've went through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that album was, this is my life and my experience. If you can relate to it.
You say, fuck your job. Today you walked in that bitch.
Give me my keys now. I like you parked in that bitch. What?
Bro, like, I truly believe The album is good. What he rapped about was fire. The production, I think, was left field, and I fucked with it. And I believe he gave us the album he wanted to give us. And on top of it, even the rollout, bro. Like, I think I don't know if I said this last podcast, but Tyler the Creator was just talking about how he hate when people like, oh man, I got this new record. Let me give you a 30-second teaser on Instagram. Let me know if I should drop this and shit. Like, bro, let your nuts hit the floor and drop whatever the fuck you want to drop, bro.
Right.
If we don't fuck with it, we don't fuck with it. If we fuck with it, we gonna eat it up, bro. But it's like, people so insecure, like, oh, I gotta let everybody know what the plan before the plan and shit.
Yeah.
Let me see if it hit for bro. Kendrick said, look, fuck all y'all niggas, 5 years. I'll be back when I feel like it. New album, now I'm out the deal. Now I got Cuz over
If you
here.
listen to that album, you can tell that's a nigga who's been in his house.
Yeah.
Like if you actually listen to that song, you like, yeah, this nigga ain't been outside.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been outside. Like even Eminem was like, yo, Dr. Dre, this Kendrick Lamar album is
Right, I
fucking
saw that. I
fire.
did see that.
Like,
I did see
Eminem
that.
don't ever post on fucking social media.
Yeah.
For him to get on Twitter and say that album is fire, which I give it I give it an 8.5. Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
What you give it?
Right now, I'm giving it probably and I need to sit on it some more. I'm probably gonna give it probably about an 8.9, close to a 9 for real. I was a big fan of To Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? And for me, any artist that can go in and do something that everybody else can't just walk in and do, I'm gonna fuck with it automatically.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what it is. If you young boo boo or a little dookie head and you can do it and do some shit that 1,000 people can't go in there and recreate, I'm gonna fuck with it. And Kendrick, I feel like you walked in and ain't nobody about to be able to touch it. Ain't nobody about to be able to. It don't sound like nothing. You gave us what you wanted, and I think content wise and timing wise is a huge thing with music for me too.
Yeah.
It came at the right time for me. What I'm going through in my life, what I'm thinking about, what the culture is, where everybody want to cancel motherfuckers, where don't nobody want to have real conversations, and they can say, yo, nigga, my uncle, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was hearing the song, my auntie is a man now. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? I had to hear it 2 or 3 more songs. Like, what is he trying to say? My auntie is a man now. I'm like, what are you saying? Oh,
yeah,
I get it. Who's talking about that?
When that song came on, I had to play it back.
Yeah.
I literally played it back because I love that song, and this is coming from a black queer woman.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people who aren't in the LGBT community, I feel like they're the ones who are more sensitive towards that song because they're trying to be more sensitive to our community.
Right.
When it's like really nothing, like that song is nothing to be sensitive towards. He's like,
exactly.
I'm accustomed to this. Like my whole life, my aunt has been my uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, he's been my uncle. You know what I'm saying? So by him saying, my auntie is a man now, that's him as a young kid coming to that, hey, my aunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, my aunt has transgender. Like, he's a transgender. Now my cousin is the same way. Like, when Demetrius is Marianne now, I'm like, the fuck, this just took another turn for me. I like it.
And you got a million people that's like, nah, we gotta get him out of here because he said faggot in the song.
Like, he's literally saying, faggot, we ain't know no better. Like, he literally said, I said this word, I didn't know any better. Now that I know not to use this word anymore.
Exactly.
Now that I know that there are other people out here who are different than me, I have to respect these people because I love them at the end of the day. And he even said in the song, fuck your religion, I don't give a fuck. This is my people. I'm gonna love them for who they are, and I'm gonna
stood up
like in church.
Too.
Like sometimes you have to say fuck the church. Sometimes
what
you have to say
humanity
fuck the church.
Humanity over religion or something like that. Bro, I respect that. I agree.
Like, I feel like I think like one of the songs that one of the songs that touched me the most, Mother I Sold Her. I teared up at the end of that song. I don't know. I was in the car where we was on our way to fucking Swamp Water. That song came on, and when I tell y'all I teared up, I was in the car like, yo, this really, because this is a man talking about because when I first listened to it, I thought he was telling us that he had been abused. But then when I went back and I listened to it again, And I was like, yo, that really can traumatize a kid. Like,
Exactly.
if somebody keeps asking you over and over.
Exactly.
And as a kid, you're like, damn, like, did this person do that?
Yeah.
But that's just his mom because she went through that shit.
Exactly.
And she was deflecting her pain on him.
Exactly.
And that's not fair.
And
like, you know what I'm saying? He was there when it happened to her.
And
So it's like,
nobody talking
yeah,
about
like,
that
there's nobody talking about that shit. Like you said, I see rappers all the time in this industry who have been touched or abused and they hide it.
Yeah.
With chains and drugs,
And
like
fucking a whole bunch of
yeah,
shit.
like
and again, and I think he even brought up the R. Kelly thing. And I've been telling people that too. Like, bro, the world we live in right now is again what R. Kelly did is wrong. I don't condone any of it, but I don't think people share light on the fact that, bro, his uncle molested him, and that's why he ended up the way he is. So what I'm saying is,
so
that
you saying it's not okay? It don't
it ain't
don't
never
so,
okay. But I'm believing a cause and effect, and the thing is that. This is what happened to him, so this is the reason why it happened. And I'm not saying, all right, let's go easy on R. Kelly. No, he's right where he needs to be. But the convo needs to happen. That's like, yo, again, we need to make sure in our households that we having conversation. Again, honest conversation. That's kind of what Kendrick was getting to.
Yeah,
I think the lyrics
stop
said
saying what goes on in his household stays in his house.
Yeah, like we need to address certain shit, bro. Like
I agree to disagree with that because there's a lot of people who have who that has happened to, and they haven't done that. I just really feel like R. Kelly had the power and the money to do what he was doing to those girls. Right. That's just me. Like,
for sure.
I feel like
100%.
it's one thing. Yeah, he got molested by his sister.
It was his sister.
Yeah.
Who, R. Kelly?
Yeah.
No, it's uncle. No, it's uncle.
It was his sister too. So
well,
he was.
Yeah,
like,
in the documentary, that's how they started that documentary off like 2-3 years ago. Was that his uncle? To this day is denying it.
Yeah,
he never did nothing to him.
Yeah.
But
I think it's both though.
Yeah.
His sister did something.
And it's don't get me wrong. Is it fucked up? Yes, it's fucked up that happened to him. Don't get me wrong. It's fucked up. But we have to take that away from the fact that you really signed a 13-year-old girl.
For sure.
She dropped the album at 14, and at 15 you decided to marry her because she had a quote-unquote pregnancy scare. And then when somebody asked you about it, you said it was love. You were 28 years old, and you mean to tell me that you loved a 15-year-old? I don't see... Yep. That's the only thing I disagree with Kendrick. Like, oh, if that happened to R. Kelly, then it trickled down to him doing that to these girls. I just feel like money and power played a part in that.
Oh no, for sure.
That played a part in that because, like I said, there's a lot of people.
We're just saying the learned behavior.
Yeah, because as a trauma response, I think normally from people that I know who have been through it, but then also what I've researched or whatever, people who normally are sexually or even just like abused as a kid, it's something that psychologically takes the control and their innocence and their power away from them. So once they're in a position of power or adulthood or whatever the case is, they react by doing that because that was stripped away from them. And it's something like psychological that you can't, like, it's easy for me to say, all right, if I got sexually assaulted if I was 5 years old, at 25 years old, I should know better. 18, I would know better and I shouldn't do that because that's the inhumane thing to do. So again, not saying that R. Kelly, he's right where he need to be at. That's my he exactly where he need to be at. But that conversation piece of psychologically, when you research that stuff, that's what ends up happening. When you get that stripped away from you as a kid, it trickles down and it causes that traumatic experience and that behavior.
And that's why I say I agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because learned behavior is something. That's why when people be like, oh, she fat, like that little girl fast. No, she's not fast. Like there's no such thing as a little black girl being fast. There's such thing as learned behavior. Or is something going on in that household that she feels like she's not getting in that household, so she has to go out and get it from out there, or somebody's doing something to her in that household and she's trying to escape it.
You're right, yeah.
My whole thing with Robert Kelly is you had a way out, which was music, and again, you took that power and you abused it.
Fed yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I say I agree. Yep. I 100% agree with that, but I also 100% disagree. When it's conversations like that, if you whatever you stand on, and there's some parts that I agree with, I'm gonna tell you I agree with it.
100%.
But it's like,
I'm right along with you. I'm right along with you.
Like I just felt like Kendrick definitely opened up, like you said, he opened up a conversation that needed to be had. And people are having it. No, I feel like now this generation, like when people are like, oh, this generation is soft. This generation isn't soft. This generation is just not taking the bullshit that our parent generation took, our grandparents' generation took, our great grandparents. Like I was born in '89. I'm a middle child, so it's like I get why the older generation do what they do, but I also get why the younger generation do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I lean towards what the older generation does. Yeah. Sometimes I look at the older generation like, why the fuck did you do that back then? Like you were stupid. Like why were y'all doing this? Like, but it's also too sometimes the younger generation they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's like you have to. I would never sit up here and say that this generation is soft. I would never say that. I would say that they are more. What's the word? Coherent, maybe. Is the word I'm looking for?
I think they're easily susceptible. I don't know if it's
Like I feel like they're more aware of things. Like they're changing.
Information is easier to get now.
Yeah. And I feel like I feel like this generation is more. I feel like this new generation is more innovative. I feel like their parenting skills are way better than what our grandparents and our parents and stuff did with us. Like, because why am I getting a whooping? Because I didn't see what the fuck you asked me to look for. If I don't see it, I don't fucking see it. Maybe you need to go give me some glasses, bitch. Like, that's my fucking fault. You asked me, you got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 feet, just like I do.
Why the fuck? If it was a candy bar, you would have found it.
You damn sure right I would have. I don't want to get up and look for this shit. Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
I think that, I talked to a couple people about this. Like, I think the generation before us, like our parents' generation, was more like politically driven, and like you kind of followed the traditional route. So it was like grow up, go to school, go to college, get a good boy, I'm getting chirped over here, boy.
Chirped?
You know what I mean? I had 4 calls, but get a traditionally, like it was more politically driven. You kind of were vote, blah blah blah, instead of third. You know, again, we're escaping all the things that we were going through, or they were going through, like segregation and all that stuff. And I think with our generation, again, because we do have more access to information. We literally have Google, all these different things. I truly do believe that
real nigga don't need no therapy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you talking about?
But we're more conscious of anxiety and mental health and shit. Like,
and also again,
and changing that
we know to take our asses to therapy now.
Yeah.
Like go to therapy.
This right here is probably my favorite song on
this
this
album.
album.
I was gonna ask
this
you,
show is
I want to get Chris opinion on the album.
This is my
Chris' opinion on the album. Yep.
Oh yeah, you did.
This is how I have daddy issues.
Everybody, everybody whose dad wasn't there, even if your dad was there, because if your dad is an overbearing parent, that's you have father like everybody. If your dad wasn't there, you definitely have father.
This song resonates with me so much because like I grew up like, well, your dad come to your games,
right?
Your dad come to your games, like
where's my dad?
I got my mom and my grandma who don't know shit about football
at all. They just love their little boy.
It's cool that they here, but like,
was it easier when your stepmom came into your life because she know about sports?
For sure. But I still have, to this day, I have these questions of why you take care of them?
Yeah.
Why you ain't take care of me?
Right.
Why you ain't help with me? Why you ain't show me how to shoot a basketball?
Right.
My mama had to spend buku money to get me in coaching because,
I heard that word in a minute.
But spent hella money trying to figure out how to. Okay, he want to learn how to do this. I can't teach him that.
Yeah.
But if there was a father figure in his life that could teach him stuff like that, I don't know. This song right here just it does it for me.
It's also too. His dad was there, but his dad was telling him, you don't, like he just said, can't no man show no emotion. If you got any feelings or you emotional, you better hide that shit because the world don't give a fuck. And that's what that's another thing I don't like about.
That's such a bad video.
Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. I tell Mia all the time, like I used to tell my boy all the time, cry. Man, I can't cry, bro. I can't cry. Yes, you can. Fucking cry. It's okay to cry. He like. As a man, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel your feelings. Like, you are a human being. You have feelings. feel them. The men I don't feel bad for is the men who walk around acting like they don't have feelings.
Yeah.
Those are the men I don't have no respect for, because they all, y'all on that feminine shit. Everybody has a feminine or masculine side.
Sure, yeah.
Let's take those two words out of the fucking dictionary and let's strip it down and let's see what you really are.
Yeah.
You're just a human being who has feelings. Your feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
And that's why you have these overgrown ass men who be playing these women because they got their heart broken in 9th grade and they can't fucking let it go. Let that shit go. You're 35 years old. You worried about a bitch who broke your heart in 9th grade? Let that shit go.
Now you can't trust women.
Now you can't
And now
you won't brush your teeth and go to the fucking dentist because this bitch left you in the 9th grade.
When you were raised by women,
yeah.
The main person you can trust is a woman.
Like, to me, this is his 444.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody else saying that.
This is
too.
his
And
444.
it's on par, bro.
Yeah.
Let me play this for my lady. She loves some Gunna.
Free Gunna.
Look at him. R.I.P. Lil Key too, man.
I had no clue who he was.
That's my nigga, bro. I'm super sorry about Lil Key.
What's this? This everybody. I think I'm the only one who don't play this song.
You don't like the song?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this song, but I don't think it's as good as everybody keeps saying. But yeah, I like this song.
I don't like this song because I don't like songs that got all that moaning in it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. Even though it's Donna Summers. Don't get me wrong. It's Donna Summers, and I think Donna Summers is fine. And I think Donna Summers represented everything that women wanted to be at that time, and she was like, "Fuck it, this is what I'm gonna be." I just don't like hearing moaning in songs.
I'm the same. I'm 100% the same. That's probably what it is for me too. That's why I don't love the song. But
I remember when this song came out, and it was like, "That's Chloe."
That's Chloe.
Somebody was like, "No, it's Donna Summers."
Chloe.
He was like, "How do you know?"
Now here's the thing. I don't know if you saw the interview, but they never got the song sent. So when the album first came out, this wasn't on the album because they couldn't get the song clear.
Yeah.
So Gunna said on Breakfast Club he had to get another woman to recreate it. So literally, and I'm gonna tell you what's even more funny because I be nerding out that shit. There's a YouTube group of guys called It's Just Us, and they do a lot of background footage for like Atlanta artists. And he just dropped the video of Gunna, the P-Power video that never came out, with the Donna Summers actual sample on it.
Yeah.
So that girl, that's some random girl he got from the studio. It could be Chloe.
It could be Chloe.
It could be Tasha. So it could be motherfucker. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I mean? It could be Chloe.
We got a YSL t-shirt for you.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a P t-shirt for you.
Right.
If you know what I mean, wink, wink. I love Gunna though, bro. Freedom guys.
R.I.P. Key and Free Thug, bro.
Freedom guys, man. Freedom guys, bro.
And I'm conflicted with that too, bro, because
we actually recorded last week, but it didn't save. So this is, I mean, it is what it is. But freedom guys, man. But like again, that kind of charge is hard to beat, man.
Only artist to beat a Rico was Wu-Tang.
I did not know Wu-Tang was out like this.
They beat it. So it's a legend.
Is that Young Thug on there? Is it?
And Drake.
Drake.
That's not Thug doing the hook?
No, let's go.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like Gunna too. That's why you my dog.
Yeah,
Thug. Gunna my little brother in my head. I just, like 21 Savage. Juice WRLD was my little brother in my head too.
Yeah, I fuck with Juice WRLD. I ain't gonna lie, that Slime Language 2 album, that the whole Wild Silk Gang drop last year, that's my favorite album.
I heard that was a good album.
That was my favorite
I heard
one
it was
last
a good album.
But Chris, 1 out of 10, what's that Kendrick, bro? 1 out of 10.
I gave it a 7.5. The only reason why
He ain't like that.
I love everything he had to say. The production doesn't do it for me. And in fact, when I first started listening to it, because I listened to it on my way to work,
Yeah.
it wasn't hitting in the car.
In a car test.
It wasn't hitting in the car.
Test.
But when I put my headphones in and started working, I was like, okay, I hear what he's saying though.
Yeah.
But
It ain't an easily digestible album. It's definitely something you gotta think. Because you can't play it at nowhere in the club.
It's
You
not.
got one or two
All I
songs you
can
might be
remember,
able to play in the
God
club.
forgives, I fucking don't.